I'm currently on a pirate ship and I've just had $700 drop into my bank account from a website I've not touched in 6 months. Now the real beauty of this model is it's actually a recurring affiliate program. And when I say affiliate program, affiliate marketing absolutely does still work, but the idea of creating a content site with hundreds of review articles in it, best X for Y and review keywords, that's not really working so well anymore. Google's got a real problem with it. But that's not to say you can't match good quality user experience by connecting consumers and searchers with the products and services that they're looking for. And the beauty of this model, by reaching out to an actual provider, an actual company, and agreeing basically a referral agreement, I've been able to get a lifetime commission on those users. So I actually own a share of the customer, and they have an average retention of around 7 to 8 years. So that means that $700 is likely to be worth more than $3,000 over the long term from just a single month's earning. Now, have I spent a fortune actually trying to rank that site? Absolutely not. It's just a simple one-page website built with AI on an exact match domain. And now it's paying enough that if I were to move to somewhere like Vietnam or Thailand, you could have a very good quality of life with that solid recurring income. Now, enough playing around, let's go into some actual numbers. So there's the proof, there's the transaction in my bank account, £547. So that translates to roughly $694. And given that retention we talked about, given my lifetime commission, that comes to around 3,000 USD. That's after the $1,600 I made last month. And again, this is not a huge amount to write home about. It's not that $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month affiliate project, but we're talking about a really simple one-page website. The domain is quite old, so I first put content on it in the summer of 2023. And as with most SEO, it does take a while. Nothing really happened until summer 2024. So we always say this, SEO, 3 to 6 months to start seeing results, but then the real results tend to come after a year. And this site just exploded, and it's been up and down since then. So loads of people do panic when they see their site going down, but generally I just find you've got to ride the storm. In this case, my whole point around one-page websites is you want to minimize your investment per project. So I'm doing loads of these projects at once, and I'm only really investing a couple of $100 in each one, and then when some of them start to show results, that's when I can get more aggressive with that investment. So this one is now really cash flow positive. I've still got my team building a few links per month, but generally speaking, its ranking is passive income now. So we ranked really well in the summer. There was some pullback in September, October time, but then jumped up again for November, December, came down again after the December update, but now if we look at the end of January, it's rocketed back up again. So that's a traffic value of $1,600 per month. So it's only getting 270 clicks per month according to Ahrefs. That's not a huge amount of traffic, but as you can see, the value, the commercial intent of that traffic is very high. And you can see that's all UK traffic as well. Now, if you want to learn my repeatable system for building these kinds of websites cheaply and easily, then click the link below. We are relaunching the one-page website system. So you'll find more information about the course there, loads of case studies and success stories, but crucially, join the waitlist, because once again, we're going to relaunch it. You'll get it for the best price, but also there's going to be a bit of a lottery. When that email goes out, there's going to be a limited number of free places. So try your luck, you might be lucky and get a free place on this course. However, I know you didn't come to YouTube for a sales pitch, so let me give you the TLDR. If you want to take it further, you can, but let me just give you the abbreviated version of how you can achieve this. If we look at the actual keywords here, you'll see we've moved back up to number 1 for this 300 volume a month keyword, CPC of $6, so pretty high, pretty valuable keyword. And again, you can see all these other keywords moving up as well. And that's just standard Google volatility. Remember, Google isn't linear, it's not necessarily consistent. One update is very likely to reverse the impact of a previous update. So you might find one of your competitors suddenly rockets up and dominates you for a few months, but then a few things change in the algorithm and you come rocketing back up again. I've now been in SEO more than 5 years, and this is the pattern I've seen throughout. Yes, updates can be devastating, but generally speaking, you're always going to have that toing and froing. One goes up, one goes down, and that's why I recommend spreading risk. But first of all, notice each of these keywords, they have an intent of commercial. The user's comparing products or services. I am not a fan of info content. The idea of building a resource for everyone is just outdated now. Anyone can use AI overviews, they can use ChatGPT. The value of information on the internet now is very commodified. So you want to align yourself with an actual product and an actual service and try and look like the actual provider. And you'll probably find a lot of those providers are not actually that good at marketing themselves, and that's where you come in. So step one, you want to find an exact match domain. So if you find one of these really good keywords that's got a high transaction value, it's commercial intent, it's got a decent volume behind it, you want to try and get the .com, the .co.uk, whatever it is, try and get the exact match domain for that particular keyword. And it's very likely you're going to snipe that keyword, just as I've done here. Let me show you another example here from the personal injury lawyer niche, which is traditionally the most competitive niche in SEO. And you can see here, $46 per click, commercial intent, extremely valuable keyword, 450 searches per month, but I'm at position 2. And again, this is a simple one-page website that I've spent less than $200 to rank. And it's partly because of the power of that exact match domain. Loads of people push back saying exact match domains don't work anymore. Google patched that up 10 years ago. But trust me, look at any search result and you'll find these kinds of exact domains where the keyword you've searched is in the actual domain name. So I tend to do this in bulk. I've got a process where we basically search in bulk in order to find all the .coms and .co.uks that are available, and trust me, they are all still around. Just yesterday I was launching a new insurance website, and I found that while the .com domain was taken, and it had a resale value of something like $3,000, the .co.uk for the exact same keyword was available, and in my case, I was targeting the UK, so I only wanted the UK. Now, other top-level domains like .org, .net, they all still work, and you absolutely can rank, say, a .co.uk in the US or a .com in the UK, but you do get a bit of an advantage. If you're targeting a specific geo, try and get the local domain for that particular geo. It will give you an advantage. Then we use an AI website builder to very quickly knock out a nice layout for that particular brand to make it look like a real business, not just a wall of text. Although I have been able to rank a wall of text quite happily before, I've still got websites from V1, if you like, of the one-page website system, where I was just ranking a homepage of plain text on a page. But we can do better now. 5 minutes, use the AI tool, build a really nice website. And next, we optimize that homepage with long-form content. So we go into a correlational tool like Surfer SEO, and that basically gives us, it scrapes all the top 10 competitors for that keyword and gives us a recipe to rank based on what's working right now. So whatever the latest update has been, make sure you're getting the most recent search results in terms of what Google is actually rewarding right now. Now what Surfer does, it won't only tell you the word count and questions, answers, it will give you all the other related entities from that knowledge graph. Sounds complicated, but remember Google is just a machine. You have to feed it information in a way that it understands. So the easiest way for it to do that is to basically understand all the key terminology and different nouns. That's what we mean by entities. The things that should be mentioned in the article, because this subject is relevant to this object, and this object. The simplified version I always give is if you're writing an article on the best business coaches and you don't mention Tony Robbins, which Google has clearly identified as one of the top business coaches in its knowledge graph, then it sees your article as kind of incomplete and therefore less trustworthy. And that's basically why if you go through Google now, it seems like most of the pages are basically the same, talking about the same stuff. In the past, certain software providers with really big affiliate programs, it turns out you have to mention that software provider in your article because everyone else has as well, because they wanted the affiliate commission. So by having that affiliate program, they were actually able to get enough content into Google for Google to associate that product, that service, with that particular search and niche. So basic AI website, put the optimized content at the bottom of the page. People worry about user experience, but put it at the bottom of the page so that people don't have to scroll down that far. You're just presenting that information to Google. Then we need to do some off-page, get some backlinks into the site. Now, traditionally guest posting has been a favorite form of link building, but it's costly and it takes a lot of work. Whereas with these kinds of one-page websites, very often if you found a good niche, you can actually rank with extremely simple, cheap, and easy to get backlinks. So one of those is citations, and these are basically listings in business directories. They're mostly free, or if not, they're very cheap. They're not particularly valuable, but you can get 200 of them for around $50 or so. And that's a really good signal to Google by getting your business name, address, and phone number all pointing at your website, giving that proof that you're a real business. And it's a bit of a backlink as well. After that, we move on to a press release. Now, press releases, you can pay anything from $7 to $7,000. But we're not looking for Forbes, Business Insider, MSN here. In this case, we just want a volume of links. So in my case, I get around 400 website links for just $7 by buying in bulk with particular providers. And even then, when I say buying in bulk, we're only talking about a couple of $100s for the year to get a huge amount of credits for a lot of press releases. And a lot of the time, that really is it. That's all you need. You can just wait from that point and you can get results like this. Now, what I recommend is diversification. Do 10 of these at once and you generally find 20 to 30% will start showing good traction over a few weeks. And then you can invest more in those particular examples. So from there, you can then increase the budget and do more of the powerful backlinks. So that's exactly what you can see here. We've not even moved into the more powerful backlinks yet. We had a small bit of pullback with the March update. We can see this site didn't even exist until November 2024. So given what I showed you earlier about SEO taking a year to really kick in, if this site in the injury law niche is already doing this well, and it's only 5 months old, just imagine where it's going to be in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months time. And you might push back and say, what about AI search or ChatGPT search? All these searches, you're aligning yourself with the search intent. If someone is looking for a personal injury lawyer, then it doesn't matter if they go to Google, if they go to ChatGPT, there's a very good chance you're going to be able to influence that search with the same SEO practices, because it's all about relevance, it's all about quality. You're representing yourself as the most relevant result for that particular search.